Welcome to Fix It with Jeff. On today's video, we're going to be changing out our reservoir tank, or what they also call it, the recovery tank for the coolant system. So we got a new one that we got from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ran about $60. We also got some fresh antifreeze we're going to put in. We're going to use the following tools. We're going to use a turkey baster. That's what we're going to use to suck out the existing fluid that's in the tank right now. We're going to have a 10 millimeter bolt. There's two 10 millimeter bolts sitting underneath this cover. We have our panel cover that we're going to use to take off these. There's 4 here and 4 in the front to take off this cover so we can access it. Pliers and vice grip so we can get the hose clamps off. And so let's go ahead and get started. Our first step is we're going to go ahead and get this cover off, and I'll show you how that's done. Okay, with our panel tool, we're going to go in here and lift these up. See how we lifted those up? And then once we lift all these up, we should go ahead and be able to take off this cover. Okay, so we got all those off. So then you got to pop them out. So let me pop these out. So you just pop these out and I'll come back. Okay, so we got all the pieces out. Go ahead and lift that out the way. Put that off to the side here. And now we have access to our two 10 millimeter bolts. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a pan or something to go ahead and start siphoning out our fluid with the turkey baster. So I'm going to go ahead and get that prepared and we'll come back. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get our turkey baster. I'm going to squeeze it and start pulling out this fluid. Putting it in our pan. Okay. So we'll come back when this is all done. Okay, so now what we did is we took our 2 bolts off. We got it drained. There's still a little bit in there, but we got it drained enough to where there's not going to be any splitting out of the 2 hoses we got to disconnect. So we'll go ahead and clamp our hoses and get those off. So just squeeze this together, pull those back. We'll go ahead and get those off. Okay, so we got our reservoir off. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but if you look right there, right in here, you see that's where the stem is cracked. So that was causing our issue. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new one on, fill it back up, button everything up, and reinstall back in the opposite process. Yeah, so you want to make sure you move your hose out the way, because I accidentally let it lean and now I got fluid down there I gotta clean up. But yeah, we'll put it back together and we'll see how everything works. Okay, we got our tank back on. We have our hoses back on. Got the clamps back in position. Tighten down the 2 10 millimeter bolts. Make sure you pay attention to that little this little clip right here that goes around a little piece of metal that's going there and gives it extra support. So just make sure you pay attention to that and hook that on before tightening down these bolts. Okay, I cleaned everything up the best I could in here. I'm gonna go ahead and button back down the bottom and get the car lowered down, and then go ahead and start it up, let it get back up to operating temperature. We're going to fill up the reservoir and go ahead and make sure we're all good. So, and then in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to change out our cooling fan. We got that on the way, and we got new relays on the way. So yeah, you guys are walking along with me as I do this. This is not something that I've figured out prior, so this is a hands-on learning experience with all of us. So yeah, we'll figure out how the bolts on this one. Looks like it might be 4 bolts holding it in, and then it has a connector on it. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll change the relays. Maybe that is the problem. Okay, so we finished filling up our reservoir. We're gonna let this get up to operating temperature, burn off anything that is left, and well, we're all done. So I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video. And if you're interested in more content like this, please let me know. Until next time, fix it with Jeff.